If you're like me, you probably have a lot of people who don't go to the downhill mountain bike park with you. Last year, I had a season pass to Mountain Creek Bike Park, which was an awesome bike park. I really wish I lived closer to the area because I would have again gotten another season pass and I would be there every day again, just like last year. But yeah, I do go to a lot of bike parks still. I'd like to travel and get out and whatever, but I'll never forget this one time that I was on the lift with someone else who also was alone, because like I was saying before, a lot of people end up going to downhill mountain bike parks alone. It's expensive and people don't want to get hurt. So I totally understand, but there was like a 14-year-old kid who came up to me and he asked me, he's like, yo, what kind of bike brand do you have? And I said, it's a Banshee Rune. And this 14-year-old kid tells me that my bike is basic. Naturally, I would not get upset about something that a 14-year-old told me, but I did go home that day and purchase a set of decals to make my bike a little less basic. This company, Slik Graphics, makes decal kits for bike frames, bike suspension forks, bike rear shocks, bike wheels, and a lot of other things. So they're an awesome company that do this. In this video, I'm gonna be putting on the frame decal kit, the fork decal kit, and the wheels. The wheel decal kit. So yeah, it came out awesome. I didn't get paid or anything to do this. I bought all this with my own money. They ship it out of the UK. It wasn't really that expensive. I can't remember. I'll put the price on the screen. Yeah, so they're an awesome company and they make awesome things, and I wanted to make a video on it. So here it is. Right here we have the kit for the Raceface Aeffect R rims, for the rear Monarch Plus Debonair air can, for the lowers on the Rockshox Pike fork, and then as well as the frame decal kit. First thing you're going to want to do is to remove any other decals or anything like frame protection like I have here. I highly recommend cutting out each individual decal. It makes installing them a lot easier, and I really wouldn't go any further without doing this first. For alignment purposes, go ahead and fold back of the backing paper from the decal. This way you can just mess with half of it, get it aligned, and then you can remove the rest of the backing paper and then stick the rest of the decal onto the bike. Always do your best to avoid air bubbles. It's kind of different for each decal, but a general rule of thumb is to work in one direction. Like here, I'm starting at the top and then working down. It kind of stops any air from being trapped in from working outside in. If you're going to spend the time to do all this, you might as well try and do it right. I did have a lot of this AMS frame guard on my bike, so I will be reinstalling that next week in another video series. To make things easier, I'm removing any zip ties so that I can get underneath the cables. Same thing here, I started off with half of the backing of the decal folded so that I can only work with half of it, make sure it's aligned, and then I'm going to go ahead and push this down in one direction and make sure no air bubbles get underneath it. The process from here on out is pretty much the same, so I'm not going to bore you with the same exact instructions for each and every step. A lot of it is self-explanatory anyway. I'm just removing the front fender on the fork here, and then obviously the AMS frame guard for the front fork as well. I'm going to do the same for the fork kit, for the wheels, and I'll try and make this as interesting as I can because like I said, it's just installing a bunch of stickers on my bike in different places. So I hope you enjoy, and at the end I'll have a little montage of what the bike looks like when it's all done.